And we back. Y'all, today you're getting 2 rebuilds for the price of 1 because I have to rebuild a team in each conference and have them meet in the finals and have them win. Now, the idea comes from Chirpy. He says one team that we're going to have to rebuild has to be full of players that are 6'7" and shorter, and the other team has to have 6'8" and taller. So it's the Short Kings, which of course I am rooting for, versus the tall guys. Y'all tall dudes out there, you know what I'm saying? We here for the Short Kings. I'm going to try to make the Short Kings slightly better so we can get this W. We took an L last week with Nate Robinson, so I need to get us a W. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 900,000. I think we're like 8,000 away. We can do that this month if you subscribe. Also, big news. We were talking about my merch a couple days ago and we sold out in 24 hours. Well, we finally restocked on our pre-order. You do not want to miss out. It is still limited for stock number 2. I don't know if we're going to get stock number 3, so hit that link in the description. Copy some merch before it is too late. Oh, and one last thing. We got a 3-for-1, y'all. And if you're new around here, you don't know what that is, let me fill you in. I'm, of course, uploading the video on this channel. I mean, you're literally watching it. I'm uploading the video on my NBA channel, and I'm also uploading the video on my Kenny channel. You get 3 Kenny videos today, all in the description. So let's get into it. We have to randomly select the first team, and it's going to be the Clippers. Okay, the Clippers have never won a championship, so maybe we do that in today's video. And the second team has to be an Eastern Conference team, and it's the Pelicans, so we got to keep it moving. And it's going to be the Cavaliers. All right, so the Cavs, who have the second pick, that's a W, versus, what was the other team? The Clippers, who have the 17th pick. 2 not so bad picks. You know, one team has to be the small ball, and one team has to be the tall ball. And I'll figure that out once we figure out what our teams look like. But with the second overall pick, did we get LeBron? Did we get Luka? Who do we end up with? Anthony Davis. I'll take it. So since we have Anthony Davis here, I'm going to say our Cleveland Cavaliers are our tall ball team. Everybody has to be 6'8" and taller. And then our Clippers team has to be 6'7" and shorter. And we have Kyrie Irving. But let's look at each team. Anthony Davis, CJ McCollum. I'm basically looking at this like, boom, he has to get traded. He has to get traded. He has to get traded. Oh my God. We are starting off where the 4 out of our top 5 guys have to get traded. They just don't fit the challenge. But then we got some tall guys, and Marquise Chris and Jahlil Okafor. But then we get right back to the Short Kings. Luke Cornett, technically he should be safe, but we know how that goes. Interesting team. So let me make everybody the position they should be to get the maximum value, because these guys are going to have to get traded. Kobe White, man, you're my guy. I love Kobe White, but at this point, for today's challenge, he has to go. And it, of course, it ain't nothing personal at all. We even got like Cole Anthony on the team. We got Edmund Sumners, who has to get traded. So this will be an interesting challenge. Before we even start doing the Cavaliers, let's take a look at our Clippers team. So we have Kyrie, DeAndre Ayton, Serge Ibaka. This is similar, where I guess 3 out of my top 4 players have to be traded because they don't fit the challenge. But then we have Seth Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Joe Harris. So this team is not super tall. I gotta think about, like, what is our center's probably Montrezl Harrell, but I think even I'm thinking too much ahead already because I want to do the tall ball team first. But I even think Montrezl Harrell's too tall, right? Nope, Montrezl Harrell's the perfect height to be our center. Add him to the list. But we're gonna start off with our tall ball team. The tallest point guard, the obvious answer is, of course, Ben Simmons. But also at the point guard position, I was thinking like a guy like Tomas Satoransky. Where you at, Tomas? Okay, I'm going pretty far down. Or LaMelo's going to be way too hard to trade for. So LaMelo's off. I would have to give up so many assets to get LaMelo Ball. It's not even worth it at this point. I'd much rather go get Tomas Satoransky. You see how far I had to get Tomas Satoransky? So those are my 2 point guards on my list right now. So CJ McCollum is going to have to get traded for Ben Simmons. Both of them are making like max money. And Ben Simmons plays for the Hornets and he's 4-star value. We'll see what we could do. Somehow Ben Simmons does end up fitting the requirements for a lot of these rebuilding challenges that we end up doing in this channel. Is just the way it works. Our pick is super valuable. We may be able to just make this trade happen. We'll give you Reggie Perry. Actually, Reggie Perry is not good in this game. We'll give you Terrence Davis because he can't fit the challenge anyway. We'll give you another first, and we have Ben Simmons as our point guard. Now let's talk to the Portland Trail Blazers about Tomas Satoransky. I just like adding that, you know, what's that, the symbol, the accent on Tomas Satoransky. I literally don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's always just been Tomas Satoransky, but I like to flare it up a little bit. This is not a bad trade. I'm giving up 3 players, and then like I guess 2 of them technically fit the challenge, but they weren't going to be players that were getting PT anyway. Our point guard position is set. 2 tall point. Wait, no. This is supposed to be 6'8" and taller. So technically, Tomas Satoransky does not fit this challenge, even though he is like the second tallest point guard in the whole league. So I guess we're probably gonna have to run a team where Ben Simmons is the only point guard, which is fine. It's Ben Simmons. He can make that happen. We're living in a world without injuries anyway, so I ain't really worried about his fatigue too much. So the tallest shooting guard, Paul George, okay. We'll see how that goes. But other than Paul George, like we're in the depths of it when it comes to shooting guards. So what I'm thinking for our shooting guard position, we may have to go small forward. That can even like Jimmy Butler doesn't fit. This is rough. TJ Warren might be a guy we have to trade for. He's cheaper than like Tobias Harris, and I guess a higher overall. John Isaac I'll add to the list, but he ends up winning so many Defensive Player of the Years. I just feel like his trade value is ridiculous. Same thing with Michael Porter Jr. Trade value is probably ridiculous. The tall ball thing is actually harder than I expected. I thought that the small ball team was going to be difficult, but now that I'm looking at all the players, it's just like, Rodney Hood is already on my team? Oh, he's on my other team. Oh, that's a rough scene. Paul George plays for the Knicks. No joke. Hassan Whiteside's about to turn into a player that we trade for very often on this channel in 2K21. Mostly because he's on a 1-year contract that's worth $2 million. Back in the day, we used to dread having him on the team. Duncan Robinson doesn't fit. Do I give up a pick here? I'm going to say yes. He was a player that we used to hate having on the team. But now with him having such a small contract, it's kind of a W. Like I don't see a world why we wouldn't trade for him and use him for leverage in a trade like this for Paul George, right? So we throw in Wiggins. I don't need Hassan Whiteside. And then we'll probably have to throw another pick in a couple seconds. And we got Paul George. We have our big three. Ben Simmons, Paul George, and of course Anthony Davis. All right, I'm feeling it. Now the rest of the team has to fill out itself. So we got 3 players on max contract. So the rest of the team is probably gonna have to be really cheap. But that's cool. I think we can find tall players that are cheap. Yusuf Nurkic ain't really a cheap player, but he's a tall player. Oh my God, things are working out perfectly. The Knicks want to make another trade. I just gave them Hassan Whiteside. They like, you know what? We don't want him in our locker room anymore. He's misspelling too much stuff on Snapchat. So they want to send him back to Cleveland. And they're also giving us TJ Warren, who was also on my list. This is a W of a trade. Kobe White, I'm sorry. Tomas Satoransky, I'm sorry. But we got to think about the longevity of this team. Hassan Whiteside is here to stay now. He just is. Actually, nope. No, he's not. I'm making him back to a power forward. We might just flip him. As of right now, our starting lineup would look like Ben Simmons, Paul George, TJ Warren, Hassan Whiteside, and Anthony Davis. All, of course, fit in the challenge of 6'8" and above. That's a W. And I'm realizing this, the rest of this team is going to be hard to build, man. We're going to have to heavily rely on our starting 5 for this team to be successful. Mostly because we're not going to have guard play because all of the guards are short. Oh, you know what we can do? We can actually utilize for this minimum height, and say 6'4", 6'8". 6'8" is our minimum height, and say point guards only one. It's Ben Simmons. Shooting guard only one. It's Paul George. Okay, we got both of those. How about small forwards? Okay, so we could go out there and get like, I was gonna say cheap small forwards like Cal Anderson, but Cal Anderson ain't cheap. Sign Trevor Ariza. I mean, sure. Look at the rest of the options we have. We have young players that, like, at the end of the day, Patrick Williams is going to be hard to trade for because he is so young. Same thing with Denny Abdia. They're going to be hard to trade for because they're young. The rest of our team, sure. Mario Hezonja, welcome to the team. Shout out to the homie. But the rest of the team, as far as, like, having ball handling, is going to be rough. And now I'm kind of dreading not trading for a guy like Jokic or something, because I'm going to need playmaking. So, okay, let's go back to the 6'8" thing, right? Go back to 6'8", and then let's go to playmaking at, let's say, a B-. They're all stars. And Nicholas Batum. Boogie. And Boogie's similar. He's on that small contract similar to Hassan Whiteside. I'm trade finder and Boogie. They want TJ Warren. They want Marquise Chris. I guess I'll give them Marquise Chris. He does fit the challenge, but I think I'd rather have Boogie. think I'd rather have Boogie. All right, cool. Boogie's on the team now. Oh, man, this is rough. Like, even a guy like Duncan Robinson, who is a tall shooting guard, is not tall enough. Like, he literally has to get traded away. And I would love to have that flamethrower on my team, but, like, we can't. He doesn't fit. I'm probably running a 7-man rotation, bro. I'm legit probably running a 7-man rotation this season. I'm dumping Duncan Robinson for a first-round pick. That's the place we're at. And you know what we're going to do? Oh, never mind. Boogie is running. Boogie is getting shooting guard minutes this season, y'all. Nah, he's not gonna start that. I'm gonna keep him at center. Backup position is gonna be shooting guard. We're gonna see DeMarcus Cousins run the break like a guard. Carmelo Anthony, welcome to the team. At 6'8" even, he fits the challenge, and he's going to be our backup small forward. There we go. Shout out to Carmelo. So that's a little more ball handling. I mean, he ain't no playmaker, but he handles the ball, obviously. I think everybody out of our 11 players on the team, everybody does fit the challenge. We have 6'10", 6'8", 6'8", 6'10", 6'10", 7 foot, 6'8", 6'10", 6'8", 6'8", 6'9". Is this the best team in the league? Probably. Honestly, yeah, probably. Now we just have to fill a roster out with other tall guys, like Felicio. And like my boy Joakim Noah, who officially retired yesterday. You know, it's a sad day. It's a sad day for Bulls fans to see my boy out of the league, but it was fun while it lasted, all right? So we are going to run legit an 8-man rotation here. Tall team, done. Now let's work on the small team. All right, so our best player in this situation is Kyrie Irving. We have DeAndre Ayton, who we have to trade. We have Serge Ibaka. We have Rui Hachimura. These are all players we have to trade. Tim Hardaway, make him a power or small forward. Dario's a small forward, goes higher. This should be interesting. I could have made a deal with myself and sent Rodney Hood to the other team and got back like Duncan Robinson. I wasn't thinking. I think that could have been a very good trade, but I'm an idiot. And is that cheating if I'm trading with myself, like inside trading? Isn't that illegal? I don't know. So we're trading. I need to find or think about, because DeAndre Ayton has near perfect value. Trey Finder's not going to do him justice. Who is the best short king? Ooh, I see Donovan Mitchell there, who would technically be a short king. Who is the best short king that we can get that's not untouchable? I'm going to Team Intel and finding out. Now, when it comes to that, it might be Bradley Beal. They want Kyrie. They want DeAndre Ayton, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Jamal Crawford. No picks involved. Bradley Beal, of course, at 6'3". I'll do that deal. They'll give us Patrick Williams. I did have Devin Booker on my list as well. And you know what? I might still be able to trade for D-Book and run them all together. We still have like Joe Harris. We have Rodney Hood's contract. So let's go talk to the Miami Heat about Devin Booker, who is not short, but he fits the challenge. Like at 6'5", obviously he's not short. But, you know, he might have to play center. He might have to play some center minutes for us, you know? So we need to make up $8 million here. That's no big deal. We would throw you Serge Ibaka. That's not going to be enough because we're talking about Devin Booker here. Our first-round pick is only 2-star value. 2 first-round picks doesn't get it done. 3 should, and it does. I'm okay with making that trade because I know that I could get more first-round picks in the future. Next thing, let's get our center out of the way, and it's going to be Montrezl Harrell. We're making trades with the Knicks left and right, if you ain't noticed. The Knicks have Montrezl. We'll give you Patrick Williams, who is not making enough money. But as the 4th overall pick, the man is coming in. We'll make it $7 million a year. So congratulations to him because, I mean, a go from not being paid as a college athlete, all right, to $7 million? $7 million? It's a blessing. All right, so we have a good squad already up top. Devin Booker's going to run small forward for us. We need to find who our power forward is. I don't know if there's going to be a natural power forward that fits this. So let me see. And he has to be cheap. He has to be a natural power forward and cheap, not and trade forable. Like Zion's going to be untouchable. So let me go down a little bit. It has to be 6'7" or shorter. The best thing we have is Draymond Green. He's definitely not cheap, but he'll fit the challenge. Paul Millsap is cheap nowadays. He's not on that $30 million contract. Eric Pascal's perfect. He's short at 6'6". He's cheap. This is beautiful. And he plays for the Spurs. Let's go talk to the Spurs. $1 million a year. Oh my God, what an underpay. We'll give you Sebastian Napier in. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have the money to take on that small, low Sebastian Napier contract. They want a 2nd round pick. We get back Eric. That's the deal. Okay, so now we have a starting five of Eric, Montrez, Kyrie, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. Dario Saric still has to go. We still have some moves to make. We need to figure out. We could probably live with having a backup small forward be that center. I mean, that power forward for us. So, like, who's a guy that, like, Kelly Oubre would fit this challenge, but I don't know if I have the money to trade for Kelly Oubre. Also, congratulations to Kelly Oubre for getting engaged. You know, that's all I have to say. Congratulations to him. Trade Rui Hachimura for OG Anunoby in a first-round pick. Same overall, and OG Anunoby can run some power forward for us. Young, cheap player right now. And I think, oh, his overall drops dramatically. So he's going to be a small forward, backup power forward type thing, you know? Okay, so starting five. It's looking good. It's looking good. I wish we had a better option than Montrezl Harrell, but you know that's really not going to happen. Is there another guy that will fit this challenge at the center position? Montrezl is just such a odd player to have in 2020. What am I doing? How can I have a short Kings rebuild and not incorporate PJ Tucker? The guy's a 6'5" center technically. And he plays for the Knicks. Bro, this is about to be like the 1,000th trade we've done with the Knicks in today's video. Why do they have everything I want? I traded them Wiggins. I traded them Kobe White. I traded them Tomas Satoransky, Patrick Williams. Like, they just have all the players you want. They want Jonah Bolden. I don't want Jonah Bolden, so you got a deal. Add him to the trade exception, and he can be the guy that runs power forward, backup center for us. That's the way I'm thinking about the game for PJ. All right, I'm feeling good. Our team is getting better and better with every single trade. As of right now, we have to trade away Dario, Kevon Looney, Rodney Hood, Bruno Caboclo, and that's it. And then we're done. Our Short Kings team, right now, put in the comment section which team you got winning the championship. Or if one of them is going to flop, because it's a possibility that one of these teams will flop. Give me Duncan Robinson. I mentioned it earlier. I want Duncan Robinson on the team. He'll be the same height as my center, but he'll be able to shoot that pill. We got shooters around here. We got shooters. We got Seth Curry and Duncan Robinson and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Oh, I ain't even mentioned Kyrie Irving. Come on, man. We got nothing but shooting on this team, which is great. Only guy that can't shoot on our roster is Montrez, and we ain't expecting him to shoot. So everything is working out perfectly. We still got picks. I still got a lot of picks. Interesting. I'm traded for Larry Nance Jr. at the trade exception, and that's a W. He is another 6'7" power forward. I feel confident when making him a center, though. Even if his overall does drop, we need a guy that's technically a center, and that's going to be Larry Nance. Cool. Just a few more trades. I'll trade for Robert Covington. He is 6'7". I'm not asking him to start for us. He'll play some minutes, but not significant minutes. And then the last guy is Bruno Caboclo, 2 years away from being 2 years away, and that was a lie. I'll give my boy John Conchar, shout out to the homie. And we have a team that is 6'7" and shorter. And it's not bad. And it's not bad at all. You know, I think we may have to sign some players in free agency. We literally don't have a backup PG. So maybe we should we address that? Let's address that real quick. This is like a little cheat to the system. Spencer Dinwiddie is a tall point guard, but he's a short player in today's video. I did just give up John Conchar and Seth Curry to make that happen. I'm not tripping about losing those two pieces because we got a better backup point guard out of it. So last thing we have to do is just sign some players in free agency, like Raul Nato. We'll take Raul Nato on the team. We'll take Cal Korver, who can run some center for us at 6'7". And then lastly, we'll get Mike Scott to shoot some 3 balls. Okay, all right. Just double checking to make sure everybody fits 6'7" and shorter, correct? Other team is 6'8" and taller. Where do they meet each other for the first time? That's what I'm thinking about. So we stop simulation right before they're playing against each other. 18-13 is the record of our small ball team. Are they getting killed on the glass? Oh, and our tall ball team is the best team in the league. But we got 1 and 2. So let's see if the height is mattering a lot. So rebounds per game. Our tall team is number 1, which again, obviously makes sense. And then our short team, not last, but not great either. Short team is one of the best passing teams in the league. And then tall team, number 7. Okay, so they're similarly matched. First time they're going against each other. Clippers versus Cavaliers. Exactly what you want to see. We're going to see this in the finals, hopefully, if everything goes well. And the Cavaliers just stomped them. Stomped them. Short Kings stand up. This is a preview of the finals, and we did that. You know what I'm saying? 47 rebounds for tall team, and just 28 for the short team. Wait, no, short team lost. Oh, short team lost. Okay, short team lost, and we actually got destroyed. I was happy for no reason. I was very happy for no reason. All right, no big deal. We're not worried about that. We'll play against them again in the regular season right here, March 25th. We'll be there. We'll be ready, and we're gonna rebound better. PJ Tucker, more minutes. No, they're gonna kill us on the glass every single game. We just have to. Basically, what I'm saying is we're gonna have to get lucky because not only are they killing us on the glass, they're killing everybody. Like they're legitimately like just dominating the league. Simulate that, and yes, small ball team, 26 rebounds to 55. You remember that video earlier this week when I was like, hey, what's the most important thing in basketball? It is rebounding. It just objectively is. Like, Ben Simmons had a game. The man did not miss a field goal. He just didn't. Second chance points, 20. This is ridiculous. All right. Short Kings, we may catch another air. Season has wrapped up, and Ben Simmons. The tall guys just keep taking W's. I don't like that. Shout out to Ben Simmons. Those are very good numbers, but I didn't think those were MVP numbers, though. Sabonis 6th man of the year for some reason, and coach of the year went to JB Bickerstaff, which is a part of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know why my brain just went numb there. But yeah, Ben Simmons, all NBA first team. Short Kings, come on, somebody got to give one, right? Nope. Anthony Davis, another tall guy. I am really upset about this. We are number 1 seeds in our respective conferences, though, so that's fun. You know, if everything goes as planned, here are statistics if you're wondering. If everything goes as planned, we should meet each other in the finals. That's if everything goes as planned. Can't promise that. Man, Ben Simmons won MVP, but Paul George should have been an all NBA player at least. With these type of numbers. Hold on, the man was averaging 26, 5 and 5. Almost 50-40, 90. Didn't even make an All-NBA team. That's kind of weird. All right, first round for the Cavaliers has us going against Mark Hale, Evan Fournier, Jimmy Butler, Gallinari, and Yusuf Nurkic. And then the first round for, okay, you can just continue that. The first round for the Clippers, Devontae Graham, Karis LeVert, Giannis in the first round is going to be tough. Short Kings. Oh my God, it might be. Oh my God. Okay, I'm putting the hood up. This might be the worst possible matchup possible. Like, literally. Giannis in the first round? Let's go Clips. Game 1 is a win for the Clips. Game 2 is a win. Both teams are winning. Okay, both teams, get out there with a sweep. All right, whew. Giannis, no big deal. All right, so let's talk about Suns versus Clippers. The Suns are rocking with Eric Bledsoe, who don't want to be there. Dante DiVincenzo, Michael Porter Jr., Jason Tatum, and they got Zeke. Until I saw Zeke, I was like, oh, this team's really good. They don't have any center presence, which is good for us because we don't have any center defense, so that's a W. Then we talk about the Atlanta Hawks. They're going to have who? Please don't be somebody elite. Kawhi. Kawhi in 2K21 doesn't bother me, though. I'm honest. Honestly, it doesn't bother me like it did in 2K20. I'll just say that. Okay. 2-2. Short Kings. Don't do this. All right, Short Kings, get out of there. We are 1 series away on each side from completing this challenge, okay? Completing this challenge. We're going against the Raptors, who have Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Otto Porter, Davis Bertans, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a good roster. And then the Portland Trailblazers, they have, please let it be a weak team. I mean, it can't be a weak team. They're in the conference finals. Russell, Tyler Hero, Christian Wood, Miles Turner, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Let's get it. Game 1s. W's on each side. Oh, this is easy. This is easy. Oh, wait. Okay, so we got one side. Tall team. Don't disappoint. Who the best GM in the league, y'all? Who can rebuild 2 teams at one time and have them meet seamlessly? Both teams only lost 2 games to get to this point. And now, the matchup we all been waiting for. Tall ball versus small ball. Let's go Clippers. Game 1 is a Clippers win. Game 1 is a Clippers win. Okay. All right. Well, 34 boards. They only outboarded us by 10. And I'm saying only, but that's actually a lot. Bradley Beal said, I ain't never made it this far before. I got to make it happen. Do we have any? So there's a little bit of championship DNA on both rosters. Having Anthony Davis on this side. And on the other side, we're going to have Kyrie Irving. So, you know, oh, OG Anunoby, who is a champion, but like didn't play to get his championship, but he is a champion. They also got Duncan Robinson, who was a part of a team that went on to play for a championship. So they got some we got some winners on both sides, basically. Game 2 is okay. Tall ball came back with Anthony Davis putting up 33 and 15. He about to take away this finals MVP if they win, and they outboard us by about 13-14. All right, next game. Short Kings. Yo, Short Kings, Kyrie Irving, put it together there. Out rebounded 33 to 50. It didn't matter. Okay, one more. Well, come on, throw 3-1, 2-2. It's really a battle, bro. This is really. I know for sure we got outboarded to extreme here. I just saw it. I looked at our stats, 36, and then I knew that the other team killed it. Hassan Whiteside is gonna get a bunch of boards. Anthony Davis is gonna get a bunch of boards. All right, let's get it. Okay, game 5 is super important. The tall team wins. Oh my God, that's not good. And it was a close one. We couldn't get it. Could this be the end of the series? In game 6. Yep. No? 10-point game. Man, come on. I needed this win. Us Short Kings, we needed this win, and we do not get it. I mean, overall, we win the challenge, but the Short Kings take another L. And I know the rest of the Short Kings out there were tired of taking the L's, but you know what? One day we're going to get that W. I promise that. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. This was a banger. Shout out to Chippy? For creating the challenge. Shout out to you for watching this entirety. And subscribe if you're new. Get the merch. Go watch the other videos. All of that stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.